A lot more conservative mudslinging is coming out this evening, and from my point of view, I think it is having a sort of reverse effect. So, the story about Liz Truss's affair with Mr. Field, another MP, has come out, and and how her husband took her back and how they describe each other as the love of my life. And I must say, Hugh O'Leary comes across as so positive and so devoted and rather lovely. He's an economist. And I think it sort of redeems Liz Truss, certainly in my eyes, significantly more than anything that I've heard or read so far. And I think trying to malign somebody simply by raking up dirt from their past in this form is counterproductive and is always going to be counterproductive. So, yes, of course, I still think she has a large degree of ineptitude. I still think that she presents a danger on the world stage. Do I think that she is incompetent economically? Well, no, she's got her husband to support her, and her husband is an economist. And so if she thinks that her financial management is better than that of Rishi Sunak's, I think that's possibly believable now. And as for the affair, well, it just seems dirty politics and dirty journalism. I know the town where she lives. I know Downham Market very well. I used to go to Downham Market when I was a child. We spent our summers in northern Norfolk, and so I know that place very well. And these details, these domestic details, endear me to her in much the same way as I was deeply struck by her human response when the interviewer fainted last night. As I say, it doesn't diminish my serious concerns about her lack of geography, her lack of preparation, her inability to move away from what speechwriters have prepared, and so on. But if she could push forward the humanity, I think there is an option for a Liz Truss premiership. And, I am spinning on a dime here. I am changing my mind slightly. But it is a matter of making a decision between two very difficult options. Rishi Sunak. I think Rishi Sunak is extraordinarily presentable and very measured and controlled. And I would be much happier believing a Rishi Sunak premiership than I would believing the promises made by Liz Truss. But Rishi Sunak is hugely linked to Boris, mostly because of the fine. Liz Truss, who is even more linked to Boris, seems to have made out that she is her own person. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I like the idea that she is Hugh's person, and that is a credible reason, I think, for placing a question mark, the first question mark that I have had during this campaign over my concerns about Liz Truss, and they are real concerns. The first time I am minded to pause and question my own decisions, and to think, well, is it a possibility? I also don't like the people who back her, but is it a possibility? Yep. If she's good enough for Hugh, she's good enough for me.